video. Today I will be doing a review on the latest episode of Haikyuu. Just like I said in my last review, the main focus was about Tsuki. When I read this in the manga, this has been like one of the best things that happened in the manga. Reason why is because back then I wasn't reading the manga at all, and I honestly don't think I would have if I didn't hear all these things from everybody else on Tumblr where they're like, oh, I love Tsuki, and I was like, why do you guys like Tsuki so much if there's not a lot of, there's not like a ton of stuff going on with him compared to every other character. I feel like we don't know anything about Tsuki other than he can be very rude and, to the point. So this whole character development that's going on currently with Tsuki is pretty freaking amazing. There's so much I can say, and honestly this is gonna still keep going on into the next episode. We are still gonna learn a little bit more about Tsuki, and based on this first episode for you anime onlys, yes, he does indeed have an older brother, and I can't exactly say too much right now about that older brother and Tsuki's relationship until we see the next episode, because that is when you guys get to meet his older brother, and so much stuff is gonna happen, and you guys will truly understand Tsuki a lot more because of this amazing character development. Is why I absolutely love this character so much now. And yeah, I just honestly can't wait for you guys to see this. It's pretty much easy to assume just based on this first episode where we saw that scene with Tsukishima's brother, like he's lying on the ground or like gripping his jacket, and you can see like his room is like a complete mess. You can kind of already say that things weren't so good in the past. And it's kind of heartbreaking to just see that scene and knowing what's gonna happen in the next episode. It's just it's just very, very all I can say is just be prepared for some emotional backstory. That's all I can say right now. Oh my god, they're gonna hear Christian. Ew. Okay, what was I? Talked about this game. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so what I really liked about this episode was when Yumagachi asked Hinata for advice, kind of like, what would you tell him? What would you tell to Tsuki? And I like Hinata's response because he's like, I honestly wouldn't tell him anything because he just doesn't look uninterested. But then Yumagachi's response is pretty awesome because, they've known each other for so long. He knows Tsukishima longer than anybody. So he starts to say, I don't think he truly hates volleyball, otherwise he wouldn't have come to Kurasano. That's pretty much everything that happens in this whole episode. Is just mainly focusing on Tsuki and his character development. On the side note, we did get to see more Bokuto, and you guys are able to see him interact with Tsuki and Kuro. I just love how Kuro and Bokuto pretty much asked him to join them for practice, for like a little extra practice, and Tsuki just pretty much turns him down. I was like, nope, I'm done for the day. I thought that was pretty hilarious. Another hilarious moment was when Bokuto pretty much tells him, it's just pretty much like I thought you would be. You're a clever blocker, but you suck at blocking. And I absolutely love that because then we have Tsuki just come with like a really awesome comeback and saying, he's still a growing boy, and oh my gosh, it's still amazing. This is why I love Tsuki. And yeah, so I just can't wait for you guys to see everything that's gonna happen in the next episode. So that's pretty much everything I had to say, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! The grandfather was actually the one who coached the little giant. So when Hinata meets the grandfather, he pretty much already sees like a lot of similarities between Hinata and the little giant. So in this episode we learn about different techniques. We also see that